That was a rough game. Congratulations to Utah State. Played a great game. I think they have a really good team. Impressed with a lot of things that they did in all three phases. Different outcome than we expected, and a rough game for us, but don't want to diminish what they've done. The Utah State Aggies have done a great job at preparing their team, and they played a great game. So, any questions?
When do you feel like this game got away from you guys?
Probably have to go and research all of it. I don't know. Yeah, just disappointed with it from the start, just, yeah. So we'll evaluate the whole game and see what we can do differently in mid-season right now, try to find a way to give us a better chance next week when we play Hawaii.
Kalani, why weren't you able to run the ball? That kind of set the tone. They just couldn't get anything.
Yeah, well, so part of that is I think Utah State had a good plan, good scheme. I don't want to say like we just didn't do it. They're a good team, and defensively they did good things up front. So I think a mixture of that, and then we really didn't help ourselves up front, but in the run game. But the truth is they stuffed us. We felt like we in 3 games we had an identity of running the ball, and need to find evaluate everything and find what we're about.
Kind of follow up on that. Is Squally anywhere near 100% right now as far as health is concerned?
No, Squally had Squally was out of the game. I can't remember exactly when it was, but yeah, he was unable to return.
What's the issue? You've given them a lot of points last 2 games.
Yeah, looking at the fundamentals of it, I mean, if I were to look right now without seeing the film, we missed a lot of tackles, so that's not going to help you when you're missing tackles and with their defensive scheme, trying to minimize gains. And a lot of that is I thought Utah State did a good job of getting their guys in space against our guys, and we failed to tackle them consistently, so it allowed drives to keep going. And the quarterback is a great quarterback. I was really impressed with him, just poised and just ran the offense really well, and so just caused us to struggle a bit on defense.
You say you used multiple fronts in this game. Was it just a matter of you guys trying to find something that was effective?
On we
defense?
did, yeah. We were just. We play an odd front quite a bit too, and then 4-man front. So we'll go between the two. Really just trying to find a way to be disruptive up front. But they with their RPO game, it's a really good scheme, especially when the quarterback's got time to throw it and read everything. And it's a triple option, but with just a spread scheme, and it's really difficult when the quarterback's like. He's just on top of it, and like I said, I was really impressed with him and their coaches and the scheme that they had. And we didn't help ourselves with some of the mistakes that we made as a team, but defensively, I'm going to look at the missed tackles first. That's something that we can correct right now, and then look at the film and we'll evaluate everything on defense, offense, and special teams, and see, and then I'll be able to answer more questions probably on Monday. But that's after the game. That's the one thing that I thought stood out the most.
Were there conversations to insert Zach at quarterback earlier in the second half at all?
As we go through the all our positions, if that's kind of how we evaluate everything is who's playing at all the positions. So quarterback would be another one, and we compete every week with it. So for us, everything gets evaluated, and I don't know exactly when the talk came about Zach or anything like that. I'm not sure when he entered the game. It was at the end. I don't know how much time was left. Roughly 6 minutes or so. But yeah, there's a lot of things that we have to evaluate, and that's every position, scheme, all that stuff, and see where things broke down. But I say that with the fact that Utah State played a great game, and they're a great team, and their only loss is to a ranked team and at their house, and they came in here and gave us a good butt whipping.
How big of a difference did it make that you weren't able to get points on that last drive there in the first half, because you were trying to bounce back, and that was a moment where points might have kept some momentum?
Yeah, I mean, even with the missed field goal, I thought that we still had some momentum. The problem was the opening kickoff in the second half. They just drove it down, and made some big plays, and we weren't able to counter it, you know. And so the hole just got deeper from there, and yeah, just not the start that we wanted. And I know we made some mistakes that didn't help, and that's unfortunate. But really couldn't climb out of the hole after that. And credit to Utah State, they kept playing, they kept doing good things on all three phases, and we couldn't match it.
It seems like one of the strengths in the first month of the season was your sideline and team kind of always had a belief you guys were going to win. Was it deflating after that pick six, getting in a hole early on the heels of that tough loss last week?
I don't know. I don't think it was deflating. The guys kept believing, and we kept, even on the last drive, the guys were upbeat. I think our guys still believe. I believe in our players. I believe. I just, we talked about in the locker room. We're not playing BYU football. We're not playing our style of football, and our strengths, utilizing our strengths. And as we evaluate everything, we have an extra day to really evaluate all of it, and from top to bottom, and get this thing right, so we can start on Monday and get a good game plan and everything ready for the Hawaii game.
Despite the lackluster running game, what were your thoughts on Tanner having to throw the ball as much as he did? How do you think he performed?
Well, that's I'll have to evaluate it again. I'm looking at the numbers. He threw the ball quite a bit, and it's because we're in the hole and trying to put up points, and yeah, that happens, and yeah, I'll have to see what the reads were in the plays and the routes, and see and be able to evaluate there to give you more info on that.
How do you evaluate how aggressive to be? Because it seemed like you were running a lot of base stuff and not blitzing very much defensively. Offensively, you came out and really tried to run, but it wasn't working. How do you evaluate when to start opening things up and really be more aggressive and take more risks?
Yeah, that's always part of it. I mean, when you're dealing with triple option football on the defensive side, it's really rough to, and I'm saying triple option with RPOs and all that stuff, it's really hard to just say blitzing is the answer. You know what I mean? We needed to tackle better. We got guys in the right spot, just didn't make the tackles, and that's the one thing that I think we should have done better, and that could help us improve. And so, if you're looking at scheme and all that, I'll evaluate all of that. And again, there's nothing that I'm not open to, right? So, all of it, I'm open to all of it being evaluated, and that's my job as head coach, is to make sure that we perform better. We just have not played well enough as a team. We had 3 really good games where I felt like we had an identity and knew what we were about, and then we need to find a way to rally that back.
Any other questions?
You also said earlier that it was important that when a quarterback's comfortable in this scheme, it's very hard, that he made a lot of really good plays. What do you have to do to keep quarterbacks from getting as comfortable as he was in this game?
Well, I mean, if you're looking at 18 for 28 is 165 yards, is the big plays and the third downs that could really help ourselves in the tackling. I mean, when a quarterback, and he did a good job getting rid of the ball so quick. When they're getting rid of the ball so quick, it's hard to say pressure is the answer. It's sound football and seeing the quick throws and 3-step or the RPO throw and then making the tackles. And that, from not being able to see the film, I'm telling you the tackles are the issues that cost us on defense tonight.
Last question.
How do you feel the pick six early in that game affected your team?
The first
pick six.
Yeah, I mean, great play by Tipa. And it was on the 4th down. Felt like we could get that 4th down. It just didn't work in our favor, and then we couldn't tackle him, and it started off bad. But I feel like we have the talent and the guys on our team and the belief to respond from adversity. And it was just too much for us to overcome. And like I said, credit to Utah State. They're a great team. I think Matt Wells and his coaching staff did a great job getting those guys prepared, and we just couldn't get back into it.